Hey there everyone, I'm going to do another What's in the Jeep. Sometimes they're going to come fast and furious because, you know, the weekends I go out more. I hit like 4 sales today. One of them had absolutely nothing, but I was nearby so I stopped at it. And I got some decent tools and some other odds and ends, so here it goes. What we got here first. Shout out to anybody that knows what this is. I do. It's a little stiff, but it's cool. It's leather. It's a guide-on holder, and it's got quality production something. Not sure exactly all that says, but it's cool. I got this giant Lewis Sherry. It's a big sucker. It's not the little one. This has got a couple of Craftsman tools. They're always good. They sell on the regular. The V-Mark, which is always nice. V-Mark. That's got the single line V. This is the double line V. That's got a double. So, it's another Craftsman. Nice little toolkit. I don't like to do a lot of wrenches, but sometimes they do well. Giant breaker bar, flexible head, snap-on. I love finding snap-on tools. Love it, love it. Can't tell you how much I love it. All right, now, I didn't open this one yet, but it is a Kuffel and Esser. Should be in here. We've got a slide rule. Case is a little bit beat up, but that's okay. It's what's inside that counts. Roller, you could use that for various leatherworking, crafting. It's probably, I can't make out the name. Oh. If you guys can make it out, good for you. It's a little bit beat up, but it'll clean up fine. If it doesn't clean up smooth enough, I'll scrap it. I got a couple of whatever these are. At first, when I grabbed it, I forgot to bring my phone in, so I didn't have a light with me. I thought they were etching tools, but they're not. They're just little screws. Pencil. Got some Williams mug shaving soap. I think it's in there. I did not open it, and I won't do it right now. Starrett tape reel. I will have to work with that a little bit. It seems stuck. No big deal. Another small wrench. I'm not sure. Might be a Bemis & Co. I don't know. It's got an arrow mark. Forge. Probably Forge Steel. So I'm not sure what the name on that one is, but that's okay. For those of you wondering when I'm going to actually clean my truck out, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Dixon's. I usually bundle those together. A couple of nice rosewood handle putty knives. That one's a Goodell. Goodell Pratt's always a good company. This one, I'm not sure. Might have a name when I clean it. Another wrench. This one is a Stilson. And these are complicated to get right because so many people copied the Stilson because, you know, when something works, everybody else wants a piece of the pie when it comes to profits. It's got genuine on it. Doesn't always mean anything, but For those that collect, I start them low enough. It's a Walworth. So it's probably accurately a Stillson. Those that collect know. I don't worry too much. Useful tables, Babcock and Wilcox, I'm sorry. And it's just for pipes, things like that. Oh, found a compact. I don't always buy just tools. I buy little things that might work or might not work. So that's a compact. Nice little embroidered design on the top, and it's got its own little case. Nice. What else we got in here? There's a whole bucket full of stuff. These are Endline, which is Carl Endline Solingen, pair of barber shears. I found another Stanley metal handle one. I think that's the number 12, 8-inch, with the block logo, so it's not super old, but it's nice. They're still useful. Don't know if this will work or not. I got a Winchester. Ooh, got a crack, but that's an easy replacement. This guy was cool. He's cast iron. Move the ashtray. Something, I don't know, but it's cool. Old fisherman dude. Found a couple of fishing fly hooks. They're a little bit rough condition, but somebody might be able to do something with them. Found a couple of pens and some pencils. These are Cross. I think they're just the Chrome Century ones. Got a Parker. Those always do well. And just some other odds and ends. Like I said, I bundle together. I save up a bunch of the pens and pencils and stuff, and I bundle them. This one is a tape rule. It just says Germany on it, but it's in very good condition. Very slight wear, but I don't see another name on it. Excuse me. Nice little wood handle. It is, I believe, a Germany one. I'm going to say it's a Germany one. It's getting harder and harder to find the perfect handles anymore. This, just because I needed one to hold my lamp. This looks like it's the motor from a Dremel type tool. And when I was looking up the little grinder that I found yesterday, I noticed that it was a Redmond. And it's actually a decent engine motor. The little grinder didn't work, and I'm actually debating taking it down to somebody to get it fixed because it's in, it's a cool piece. This one I'll find out if it works. If it doesn't, I might send them down together because those are actually really decent motors. I keep saying engine. It's a motor. Probably not terribly old, but always cool. Little paperclip holder. There's another. And this one, I think, definitely said Germany on it. Yeah, right there. So, just a little one. I usually bundle those again. Together, I bundle them all up. This is it's a Swiss Army, but it's not a Swiss Army. It's got aluminum. Hang on, I'm sorry. You're getting a good shot of the ground. It's a Illinox. Little wear to it. 4 blades, needs to be cleaned, but knife. That's just another pencil. This is kind of cool. It's in German. And if you look here, you can see blue for powdery, sticky and heavy snow, wet granulated snow. So what this is ski wax. I thought that was just kind of cool, so I picked it up. Alright. I'm not sure. Let me see what I got in here. Yeah, I don't know why I grabbed that. These offset screwdrivers usually do pretty good. It's a Proto, it's a decent enough brand. Oh, this was Knickerbocker beer. I'll clean that up and then I stick a bunch together. Sculpting tool, rasp. Cross Jesus crucifix. Riveting tool, another Pexto piece. Pin vise. Starrett. Nice little Starrett. I'll clean it up. Perfectly good user. This looks like a black hammer. Yeah, blacksmith dolly goes into a anvil dolly. Anvil dolly. Some more fly fishing. I got these. This is, I think it's PS&W, which is Pexto and Wilcox. Just a pair of pliers. I'm not big on pliers and wrenches, but for some reason I just can't seem to let them be. I got this because I got a load of these tins the other day that actually have pencils in them. This one doesn't have pencils. This one's got some old files. I'll probably end up scrapping most, but like these rasps always sell really well, and I see a couple in here. There's at least 3 or 4 in there that those will sell really well. Those double-ended rasps are awesome. This one here caught my eye simply because of the name on it, and it is Hammacher Schlemmer, which was a gigantic hardware store back at the turn of the century, and I just thought it was cool. I'll fix it up, see what I could do. Calipers. Didn't see a name when I picked them up, but sometimes I'm picking quick because you just want to get in, get out, and get to the next one. These are, all 3 of these are religious things. I didn't open these 2 up, but they are usually religious things. They're vintage. I sell either individually or by lots. These are probably little figurines. So those were picked up today. This might be, oh, it is. It's a pair of clippers. I thought it was something, it's got a file on it. It says the name on it was Hofritz, which is, you know, not a bad name, but they were cool looking. Might just sanitize the crap out of those and sell them. I got a pair of cufflinks, Shriner's cufflinks. And what was weird about these is they're gold tone, but they say sterling on them. It says F&S and sterling. So I'll have to look those up. I don't usually buy cufflinks. I don't do a lot with them. This looks like it's for the Elks Club. And it looks sterling. I didn't have a chance to check for a mark, and I don't see one offhand right now, but that will get looked into. And then I collect tokens, so these were for me. Merv Griffin Resorts and a Kaufman's Wooden Dog. Those will go into my collection. And then the find of the day, really, when all is said and done, let me get into the sunlight so you can see this bad boy. That didn't help. Come back out of the sunlight so you can see this bad boy. This is a Belgian Codicule stone, I believe is how it's pronounced. It's a smaller one. I've sold larger ones. A few weeks back I had some large ones. And even the one that was in really rough shape did quite well. I believe I got $30-40 for the one that was in rough shape. I got about $75 for the one that was in good shape. This one I'm anticipating probably somewhere around $35 to $40. It's really cool. It's in good condition, barely used, and these things get good money. I always pick them up when I find them. I got the saw, and I can't remember now off the top of my head what the name of it was. It's a newer saw, but because I hadn't seen it, I grabbed it. Because, you know, most saws don't do a whole lot, but maybe you can make it out through there. Does it say Bishop? I think it says Bishop. But, you know, it's way back, good condition. All the teeth are there. It's not split nut, which is, it's normally a big no-no for me to pick up a non-split nut. That's dying down. I had to stop filming for a second. That thing is so stupid loud because I'm like 100 feet from it, where my house is, my building. The handle on this says Dunlap, but I believe that it's a replacement handle. And it is, as always, creatively wedged. Always fun to figure out what's in them. But it was a good pattern. I don't believe that it's a Dunlap, but I will find out more when I clean it up. It's not in horrible condition. It is a single bevel that I think somebody might have tried to make into a double bevel, but I think it was supposed to be a single bevel. So you can see the bevel there, and you can see the bevel there, but I think that was not intended to be on that side. They were normally flat so that you could hew the wood, which is why it's a hewing axe. Alright, so that's going back in there, and now I have a few things up front which are not nearly as exciting or interesting. Okay, so this is not mine, this is Stephanie's. I do not buy purses, but I do sometimes buy toys that I don't need. So these little guys, they get a little bit online. I didn't pay much for them, a couple of bucks. I looked these guys up while I was waiting for my lunch earlier. That one's not bad. It's got a full canvas. I'm not going to open it all up right now, but it's like a canvas backed map of London. I've got 3 Baedekers, Munich, Frankfurt, and Northern Bavaria. I've got a Knickerbockers, New York by Washington Irving. I need to clean that a little bit carefully. The Nagels don't get a whole lot. The Austrian one gets next to nothing. The Italy one is a little bit better. This one I could not find, but I like the artist. And then this actually might outstar the Kodakil stone. This is Court of Dreams, original court, Houston's back-to-back world champions. It is signed by somebody. I do not know who that signature is. This is an actual piece of the court, number 15,090 of 16,611, I believe that is. It has, it's going to be shiny, but it has the certificate of authenticity on the back, and it states, you know, all of the information about it. So, yeah, I saw one of those sell online when I researched it, and it gets pretty decent money. And like I said, I don't even know if you guys know who that signature is. Let me know. I have no idea about anything about this team. I am in New York, not in Houston. But let me know. This little piece here is just a little loose, but it's just the way when it was cut. They just left that little tail piece on there, and it's just a piece that's been getting a little bit bumped over the years. But it's otherwise fine. I mean, this is, again, from when they were making it up. It's not a defect. Well, it is, but it's not a defect to the piece itself. It's just when they were ripping up the flooring and cutting up the pieces. Sometimes that happens. But it's pretty cool. And as far as I can tell, that's the real deal. It's got the certificate of authenticity on it. Better where it was. See it better. So, Leathercraft book. Oh. I got a Leathercraft book, which is nothing crazy. Bear Manning, How to Sharpen from Norton Abrasives, Heathkit manual, and a Stanley tool guide, which I thought was kind of cool. And it's just, you know, how to use common wood joints, how to use a handsaw, because, you know, duh. The block plane, chisels, spoke shaves, pretty cool stuff. Ooh, how to use a screwdriver. Information for driving screws, because, you know, that's really complicated and difficult, as is a hammer. Very hard tool to use. So, yeah, it's a cool book, cool booklet. Got a little bit of damage, nothing crazy. So, yeah. That was my haul for today. So I think I'm gonna go clean up a few tools downstairs, maybe. But thanks for joining me. Have an outstanding day, and I hope you guys find some rust like I found some rust. Take care. I ended up with an entire box, and I probably paid too much, but I ended up with an entire box of these wooden hand planes. They're all small size, narrow for beading and trim and whatnot. But some of them have names, some of them don't. Can't make that out. Sargent and Company, so that's not a crazy one. Owasco Tool Company. I think that's what this is. Owasco. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. Anyhow, I don't know how many of these, but I wouldn't say I overpaid, but certainly probably paid more than I wanted to. J.W. Farr. Several different makers. That's a nice one. Some of them have splits though, so this is why I really hate picking these up, but I get stupid sometimes and I can't resist. So anyhow, that's that. That's actually the end, and I will talk to you later. Bye.